back with the Kerbal Space Program. Gonna continue my career here. Servo in space. Hopefully we have a little bit more luck than we did on part 1. Let's go ahead and make this full screen for you. So I think last time we left off, we had just unlocked this level of science and research here. I've just kind of looking at what we got here. I do have Terrier liquid fuel engine now. We may be able to orbit now, which would be nice. Our current active missions is the observational survey and the orbit. Now, let's go ahead and warp to the next morning here. Now, it says day 1, but it's actually the second day. It starts on day 0. So, day 0, DayZ reference there. For those of you that know that DayZ, this Z stands for 0, not zombies. But we did unlock some new plane parts. Now, I had a lot of difficulties with the plane situation last time, and I had to cheat it, not actually cheat, but had to basically design the plane to where I don't have to worry about landing it. I just need to get to where I'm going, and then I can basically it separates the fuselage and the cockpit, and the cockpit would just float back to Earth with parachutes, because I suck at flying in this game. Well, I don't know if I suck at flying or if I suck at designing planes or both, but we're going to work on that now. We're going to try to complete the contract, because we have to be, I think, like 19,000 kilometers. And the last plane we designed just couldn't do it. Couldn't get up that high. So we're going to try to fix that here. Huh, I didn't know you could do that. I guess that's one of the mods I have. I had a couple mods since the first episode. Not much. One of them is the construction, colonization, a little science thing that tells me what science I can do, or what science I haven't done anyways. We can do that, show experiments that are available at the time, not just all unlocked. So that's kind of neat. That works. We need that anyways. And we also have the life support. which tells me, you know, like right now, just if I was somehow able to launch this just by itself as it is with one crew member. I have enough food for 3 days, enough water for 3 days, enough oxygen for 3 days, enough electricity for 2 minutes and 21 seconds, um, enough waste disposal ability for 3 days, waste water. So obviously this is solid waste, this is liquid waste, basically poop and pee, and also carbon dioxide. So all that would last 3 days, except for electricity, to not even 2.5 minutes. You can see we have some more buttons on the side here now. We got parachutes. Ground construction, EVA items, rovers. Here's our life support. So let's see, this is a life support supplies container. It has 11.7 food, 1,194.4 oxygen, and 7.7 water. So I assume if we attach this onto here, you should see these values increase. Yep, there you go. So it jumps up about 35 days for food, water, oxygen, and it doesn't do anything for waste. So waste container, if we were to throw that on, look at that, boom. That doesn't take much from it, so that's good to know. For a plane, at least the plane we're building now, it's not a space plane. At least that's not the intention. 3 days is plenty. We're going to be gone, hopefully, less than a half hour. So, we can get rid of that. This is a nice little contracts window. $17,600 meters. So we need to be able to get up to 17, we need to be able to surpass 17.5 kilometers. So, I don't know how to get out of that now. There we go. So that's the goal. And we're gonna see if I can get this figured out here. We do have revert flights on. Basically, I look at that as it's running a simulation. I'm not nowhere near good enough or familiar enough with this game to not have revert flights on. So we're just going to look at that as it's a simulation, if we do have to do that. I do like seeing my little logo plastered all over the place, though. It makes me happy. Even though that flag is definitely hanging there crooked, but that's okay. We also have it on the side of the shuttle here. So let's go ahead and get rid of the contract thing, because we know what we need to do. Whoa. Oh yeah, we got some more plane parts. What? Oh, it's a propeller, okay. What do we have? Let's do this. Let's try something interesting here. That's not how that works. What is this? Attach the smaller ring to the top of an MKS Ranger ball hub or anchor hub. This lets you build a vertical stack MKS base off of a Tundra multi-truss, but still fit in and not lose the rear attack. I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means, but I'm sure I'll figure out a use for it later. I'm just kind of going through my parts here just to see what all I have available. Huh. Some interesting new parts. But we're just concerned about a plane right now, so let's get a cockpit going. Alright, get that. Now it's going to be kind of the same basic design, but the idea is that it'll be better because I'm going to try to not suck so much at building a plane. Oh, we do have a tail connector. Oops. Alright. Ow. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the engines on the wings. We're going to try that. Let's see, get this lined up here. That looks good. That may be a little overkill though. I don't think we need all that. So we're going to do this. I have no idea if this is a good idea or not. Basically just trying to make it as aerodynamic as possible. Can I not? There we go. Look at that. We may be on to something here. do something like that. That. Now we do want to make sure that these cannot do y'all. Make sure that one's the same way. Okay. And this does not do roll. That's yaw or pitch. I need some ailerons. What is that? Elevon. So we're gonna go boom. Boom. Let's pitch. No yaw. Let's make sure these work. Those go down. Alright, that seems to work. This may actually work. Let's see. Now we're going to put our engines. I don't know if fuel cross feeds into this though. That's going to be interesting. Doesn't say that there's no fuel cross feed. So I'm assuming that fuel can go through those. So we need big ones. Do we want that, or do we want a couple of these? I wanted to go on that. There we go. And move the whole thing like so. Alright. We'll see. We need the air intake. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not, but you know, we're gonna try it. So let's get rid of these for a second so I can see what I'm doing. Now, do I want to just put a couple of these here? Will that work if I rotate them? Like so? I think so. And these cannot steer, but the front one can. I can also up their scale. Whoa. Oh. Huh. Can I not select the whole thing? Does that do it? No, I don't know what rerouting does. There we go. We're gonna try that. I have no idea if this will work or not. What's our thrust? Wait, whoa, nope. We need more thrust. We'll put 2 more engines back here. Still doesn't give us much thrust. Our weight's too much. I think these wings are the problem. I'm gonna scrap the wings. Let me rethink this here. Maybe we just need something like this. Wonder if that'll give us enough lift. That's still not enough. We weigh too much. I'm gonna get rid of this. Replace it with this to make it nice and ugly. And we still don't have enough thrust. So what if I well, it says that we don't have enough. What if I drop this to half and drop this to half? Now we do have enough thrust. It's a weight ratio anyways. So we're going to try that. Again, this is just the test. This is test plane. Save it and launch. Craft has too many parts. Of course. I need to drop 6 parts. Let's try that. That. I'm gonna move this over. Guess we'll just make this single engine. Or not single engine, but single tank. Still good on our thrust. Let's try that. Oh, what is this? Fuel balancer. Why are we moving still? We got the brakes on. Oh man, we got all these things now. Ah, that's so we can transfer fuel. Okay. Let's kill the brakes. Get the engine up. SAS. Now we're flying. How well does this turn? Oh, this is way much more successful than our first plane. Look at this. This thing flies pretty good. The question is, can we get to the height that we need? Because this may end up being... We gotta get to... We have to get 17,600 meters. So let's see if this can make it. Got good thrust. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Neat stuff here. We're starting to lose speed, but if we just pitch the nose down ever so slightly, we start gaining it again. I think this plane's going to work just fine. If we can get up to our needed altitude, that is. We're starting to lose speed again, so let's tilt the nose down just to keep gaining speed. The thing is that I do only have jet engines. which is all liquid fuel. But once we get up here, I'm not sure. We only need 7,000 more meters. I also need to make sure I add in the engineer so I can get a readout of what's going on. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it in this plane. Yeah, we're losing altitude. Losing altitude fast. We're basically falling. Good news is the plane is stable. So as far as just a basic little jet goes, this works fine. It just cannot get to that altitude. Actually, probably throttle down slightly. About to break the speed of sound here. But it does fly. So I could actually probably replace one of these with a crew cabin. And I can take some people with me. I'm very happy with how this flies. Especially compared to my last attempt at flying planes. Just wasn't good. We can probably just go down to a quarter throttle. Maybe a little bit more than that. And now the real test is going to be landing. Not really a test on the plane, but a test on my flying skills here. If I don't crash before getting there. I'm really not good at flying. So I'm somewhat on target here. Coming way too fast, but we're gonna try it here. Oh, we got a touchdown. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, oh. Nope, nope. We have no air brakes. It's bouncing all over the place. Let's try this again here. Jesus. Kill the engine. Oh my god, you're bouncing, you're bouncing. Oh! Alright. So that's obviously not gonna work. I mean, it works okay, but I suck at flying, so. What can we do to make this a little more stable? I really don't want to mess with it too much, because can we get rid of... Should be able to get rid of that and have the same thrust. Just don't have as much fuel, that's all. Yeah, okay. That also gets rid of a part. Okay, so we want these to not do y'all. These not do y'all. This does not do anything for the pitch. I don't know, maybe this landing gear that's gonna cause a problem, I don't know. I wonder if I can do something goofy here. Uh-oh. Something like that. And maybe take these and move them up. These are backwards. Like that. I just kind of want to test that just out of curiosity. Actually, let's, what is that? That's 30 parts, so just out of curiosity. Front wheel's not even on the ground. Brakes work though now. Yeah, the front wheel I don't think is on the ground. Oh well. Now let's try to. Oh, oh no. Let's try that again. Just doing some simulations here, that's all. Oh, we lost the one. And we lost the engine. Oh, we're going into the water. Turn. Turn. Oh no. Crashing. Crashing. Alright. We don't need those extra wings, I don't think. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. Maybe we need a rocket. Because we just have to be above 17,600. So what if we use this to get in, to get up? These back down. Move this one back down. No steering on that. These don't have brakes, I don't think, actually. Nope. That's a problem. We need brakes, so I guess we'll get rid of that because we're gonna have to use these. There. We want to rotate them a bit, like that. Alright, so we have brakes now. Let's try something just for fun here. This probably won't even take off. Just to see how high we can get up. This is... Why does it say 0.28? Anyways. Test and launch. Because maybe we can get to the area and then use the rocket, solid rocket booster to boost us up to where we need to be. It's an interesting plane, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Not wanting to take off now. We need more power. Oh shit. Fail. Yeah. We have enough thrust, but I think we need to move the wings back, maybe? And we have just enough thrust to weight ratio to get off the ground. So maybe if we try this. Let's see. Because having that solid rocket booster definitely shifted the center of gravity in this. Okay. I'm also going to test, supposedly I have like parachutes that I could eject and parachute back down with, so this is doing the same thing. It's not wanting to take off. There it goes. Just takes a minute. Let's see how high this can take us. We do 45 degrees. Just about. Now this is at full thrust with just the jet engines. We're still gaining speed, albeit very slowly. Now we're starting to lose, so let's pitch the nose down a little bit. We're gaining almost 100 kilometers or 100 meters a second. Almost 100 meters a second. I guess that's what that is. A little dial up here. I don't know if that's per second or what. Starting to lose speed again, so pitch the nose down slightly. And as long as we're gaining altitude, we need to get to 17,000 meters. We're at 5,000 right now. go ahead and start heading that way just in case it works. And this will go from a simulation to a actual. Let's go ahead and get on target here. So we're on target. We're still gaining altitude. This might actually work. We're gonna keep gaining altitude as long as we can. There it goes, starting slow, now we're losing altitude. So the question is, can this booster rocket boost us up 10,000 meters? I don't think so. Let's time warp a little bit. It's like about 7,000 meters. It's about our top off point. Oh shit, no, don't want to do that while... Oh no, don't fuck up now, come on. Yeah, you don't want to do any maneuvers while in sped up mode here. So now I think it's about time we're going to want to start heading up. Let's get as high as we can go here. Alright. And 3, 2, 1. Hold on. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Nowhere near enough. So we're gonna start falling. Oh, wait a minute. We're not high enough though. We got to be above 17,000. And I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. Come on. We're still gaining altitude. I mean, that gave us a nice boost. The plane's starting to want to fall. And it doesn't look like we're gonna do it. That almost worked though. Almost worked. There it is. Now we're dropping like a rock. That almost worked. Maybe... Let me see if I can land this fucking thing. Oh, it's not even wanting to level out. Oh, we're still way up here though. We're not. We're fighting against the lack of atmosphere. This thing does not want to lift up. That helped a little bit, balance it out a little bit. Still gotta try to land. I think these aren't really cities. This looked a lot flatter higher up. Alright. Let's kill the engine. Crew report, crew report. Okay. Just in case I do land. Oh man. Not good, not good. Let's get the brakes going. Oh, well, so much for the brakes. Alright. Set her down nice. Nice and easy. That's not nice and easy. Jeez. Yep. Alright. That was the opposite of nice and easy. So the premise works. Let's try... Alright, let's try a whole redesign here. Well, we could do this. You know, this might actually work. throws the whole weight off, though. It adds a lot of weight too. That this isn't. See, like right there, I got 1.25 thrust to weight ratio. Now, when I add this on, it jumps up to 3.11, but that's including this booster. Which isn't going to be going until towards the end. So let's see here. Let's I don't want to scrap it, but boom, we gotta scrap it. We gotta figure this out here. I don't know if it's going to be possible, with the parts that I have now, to get up there. So let's rethink this strategy here. You know what? Let's go for an orbit of Kerbin. See what parts we have to work with. See if we can make an orbiter. At least an unmanned orbiter. Maybe we can get something up there and just not have the ability to get it back. But we could scan. Ooh, we do have a telescope too. So we can actually look at stuff. Scan the terrain. Why does that have the same description as the telescope? Oh, because it's old. It's a. How does that work? Does it deploy? Open shutter. I see. Well, that's neat. Okay, I see. So I think we're going to put up a probe. We're going to attempt to put up a probe to orbit Kerbin. We're going to try. We have a very basic probe. We're going to get very basic science. Stick that on there. We're going to need batteries and stuff. We don't have... Oh wow, these hold 800. Does it come with a storage charge? I don't think so. I don't know. So let's just put a shit ton of batteries. We're limited to... Are we limited to parts on this? I'm not sure. So 610 electric charge. I guess we're gonna need a wheel. I don't think this has... No, it has no... Whatever. Cannot transmit science. Alright. No, we want that to extend the other way. Like so. Need that. We don't need that. It's 1,000. Can't really afford that. Not worried of putting that on there. I guess we will. Hopefully this is worth it. Mystery goo. I do want to move that in a little bit. Alright. Now with this we're going to want a polar orbit. If we're going to scan the planet. Which is fine. Okay. Will it fly? That's the question. We've got plenty of thrust to weight ratio so far, anyways. Are we limited on our parts? Yes, we are. Son of a bitch. Alright, we'll get rid of a couple batteries. Let's see if that'll work. Alright, let's see if we can get this in orbit. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll see. It's worth a shot. So if we go that way, that's going along the equator. So we need to pitch that way. So I thought so. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, launch. We're already kind of going in the wrong way. Well, alright. That was a disastrous failure. let's try something else here. Do that, and maybe something like that. Let's try that. Let's see how this goes. Let it calm down. Check your staging. Alright. Test launch number 2. 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. Well, we're certainly going very fast. Not quite. Oh, jeez. Time to try plan number 2. Or I guess it should be plan number 3. We're gonna get rid of this. We don't really need it. Let's try this. We're gonna try and see if we can get these to lift us up. And then we'll kick this in. We'll try here. Still trying to get Kerbnik 1 successfully launched. Okay. So now, test 3 in 3, 2, 1, blast off. So far, so good. And when those burn out, we'll hit our main booster. Are pretty much restricted to going straight up. Got a little tilt going on. This is where it's gonna get squirrely. Oh man, that's so... it's just out of control. Oh, hold on, hold on. We're kinda gaining. Nope, 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 nope. This thing's just going all over the place. Oh shit, I fucked up now. Are we like fused to it? There it goes. This is just out of control. That's out of control. Huh. Huh. How do I control this better? I have room for one more part. Let's try putting another one of these on. I don't think that's gonna help, but you know, gotta try. See, what's hurting us is this damn 30 part limit. Alright. Attempt number 4. I look at the hiccups. Okay. Does seem like I have a little bit more control. A little bit. But I think we're going to run into the same problem. Yep, once we get to this stage, we have like zero control. Stage 2. We got plenty of Delta V. So what if I do this? Let's try that. I need to get this in the orbit. I don't have no freaking money to upgrade anything. So I'm working with 30 freaking parts. Alright. 3, 2, 1, blast off. And just immediately out of control. Huh. I have a feeling it's because I don't have fins. I don't have enough fucking parts for fins. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop and see about adding fins here. Let's see if maybe that stabilizes it. Alright. Hey. It's kinda working. Okay. Let's see if we can stabilize this freaking thing. Oh shit, we're just kind of floating. Fuck. This thing's so hard to fucking control. I need RCS. Okay. Well, we're in space at least. Let's activate that engine. sure what that is. I wish I had stability control. Oh my god, now I'm spinning out of control. Any kind of orbit. Alright. It's an orbit. It's a fucking ugly orbit. But it's a goddamn orbit. Jeez. Let's go ahead and transmit that. Transmit that. Transmit that. Now we did achieve our goal of orbiting Kerbin at least. This thing is slowly sending back information. So that's good. So we're scanning terrain here. So we did something. It's not necessarily pointed at the correct location, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's up here. It's scanning. Can I click off of this, please? So that's going. Jeez. Finally! It was ugly, but we did it. We got something to orbit Kerbin. And we almost have an... No, we don't. Never mind. But we can take another mission here. What can we test? We can test this. Landed at Kerbin. So let's go ahead and do that. Because we need some money. We got it in a freaking orbit. So now what we gotta do? Test the Rocco Max Brandy coupler landed at Kerbin. Easy enough. Boom. We don't even need this. We can use this. And we'll just use some oh, what is all this stuff now? What? I want to look at that. What to do? I don't know. We'll mess with that. Well, that's neat. A little blinking light. Sure. Interesting. What we need, couplers. Sure, why not? It's just to get the mission done. Doesn't mean much. Turn my vape up here. Okay. Cool. Oh, shit, don't explode. Ooh, nice. So, I'm not quite sure what the camera does. But, alright. So we completed that mission. Get some funds back. Let's go ahead. What is this? That's fine. Nice. Alright. We do need to pick up other shit though. So is that part still on the... No. I guess we covered it. Alright. How's our little scan map doing? Oh shit, oh no, no, stop. Curvin. Seven, 8 days. Let's see how this works. Huh, that's cool. Okay. Jeez. Travel days, departure date. It's a 4-year trip. Okay, let's see here. Maybe do 50. Hmm, interesting. Whoops. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to end this stream. We did manage to get Kerbnik 1 to do a very odd orbit, but it is an orbit. Hopefully that will give us a decent scan of Kerbin. That's all it's got so far. We can just keep zooming in, huh? Well, what's the point? It looks like shit. That's alright. No biome information, huh? But we are mapping Kerbin. We finally got something in the orbit. We do have some science. Let's go ahead and see here. It looks like we don't quite have enough to unlock anything. So hopefully next time we can overwrite it. Hopefully next time we can get a little bit more science to unlock a few more parts. Do we want to... I think we want to get some more money. Gains. Let's go to 20%. Because our reputation is going pretty well. We're going to do 10%. Get us a little extra money. This gives us an immediate fund increase, but only a little bit. So let's do... I think we'll just do the fundraising campaign. Commitment of 25%. We'll do 5%. No, we'll do 25%. Or 20. Oh, I'm so indecisive. We'll do 10. 10%. That's what we're gonna do. 10% of our reputation. It's gonna give us about 1,027 funds for each 1 unit of reputation. Let's do it. Make sure you want to activate the strategy. It can't be modified. Yes. Should have done that before, but that's okay. So we got something going on there. Could upgrade it, but I don't think we want to yet. We really need to upgrade this. We need to save our money so we can upgrade the vehicle assembly building. So that's where we're going to end this stream. Let's go ahead and make sure we save it here again. So that's where we're going to end this stream. I know not much really happened, but we did manage to get Kerbnik 1 into orbit finally after multiple simulations. And it was not a pretty orbit, and it wasn't pretty getting there, but we got there. So I'm going to call that a successful mission, and hopefully next time we can send a Kerbal into orbit. And we'll see how that goes. So, till next time, thanks for watching.